Hello everyone, this is Om Prakash, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Krishna Engineering College, Ghaziabad. Here I welcome you all to the Study with Home YouTube channel where I am providing heat and mass transfer lecture series. So today in the series of heat and mass transfer, it is the third lecture which we are going to cover up. So let's see what we have seen so far. We have seen the Fourier laws of heat conduction and what is the heat transfer, what are the mode of heat transfer and conduction, convection and radiation. And in the last class, we have seen what is the heat transfer by conduction, which has been given by the Fourier's laws of heat conduction. That is, Q equals to, here we have seen already that Q is equal to, here it is Q is equal to 8 Ka dt upon dx. K is thermal conductivity. K is the thermal conductivity in watt per meter Kelvin, which denotes the ability of heat conduction. Ability of heat conduction. Ability of a material to conduct heat. Ability of a material to conduct heat. And area is the cross-sectional area from where heat is being exposed. And dt upon dx here, guys, dt upon dx is called as the temperature gradient. It is called temperature gradient. It means variation of temperature with respect to the position or x coordinate. So here we have seen that Fourier laws of heat conduction has been given as Q equals to Ka dt upon dx. That we have already seen, and in the previous lecture which you can see into my YouTube channel, there we have seen and described that how the thermal conductivity of the material K is varying with respect to the materials and temperature as well, and what are those materials having thermal conductivities higher, lesser or in moderate zone, right? We have seen assumptions where we have already described about the conduction of heat transfer takes place in a steady state, unidirectional, constant temperature and temperature profile is linear, and there is no internal heat generation. So all these assumptions has been taken into consideration for the Fourier laws of heat conduction, right? Today we will see a numerical which is exposed on the Fourier laws of heat conduction. So in the numerical, let's see what numerical is saying or what are the values and how we can calculate the desired values or output which is being asked by the question. So here, what is the question? Calculate the rate of heat transfer per unit area. So rate of heat transfer is Q per unit area through a copper plate. Here it is given a copper plate. This one is a copper plate of 45 millimeter thickness. This thickness is given as 45 millimeter. Suppose it is a copper plate having thickness of 45 millimeter, which has been denoted by the notation L, and whose one face is maintained at 350 degrees Celsius and the other face is maintained at 350 degrees Celsius. So here it is 350 degrees Celsius and this one is maintained at 50 degrees Celsius. So my dear students, this will be the temperature profile or a linear temperature profile which we have already seen, and how this temperature profile is linear or whatever characteristic may be, we will see by the rectangular coordinate system, which will be a derivation of three-dimensional. So temperature of the plane wall is given as 350 degrees Celsius and 50 degrees Celsius. We have already seen in a conduction heat transfer and in fact in the heat transfer concept that if two walls are maintained at different temperature, then heat transfer will occur from the higher zone towards the lower zone or from the higher temperature towards the lower temperature. So there should be a temperature difference to take heat transfer from one zone to another zone. So suppose this zone is maintained at 350 degrees Celsius and this one is maintained at 50 degrees Celsius. So we can conclude that there is a 300 degrees Celsius of difference. So heat transfer will take place from 1 to 2, right? Now, what is all about given in the question? Take thermal conductivity of copper as 370 watt per meter degree Celsius. So thermal conductivity is given in the question, that is 370 watt per meter degree Celsius. So dear students, here everything is given, and what we have to calculate? We have to calculate heat transfer per unit area, that is Q upon A, which is being asked by the question. So in a question, what is all about, that is given temperature of one wall, temperature of another wall, that is temperature 1, temperature 2, thermal conductivity of the material, that is of copper and or copper plate, and thickness or length of the wall is given as 45 millimeter. So we will convert this 45 millimeter or length into a meter unit, and then we will calculate the total heat transfer rate, right? So my dear students, we know that Fourier laws of heat conduction is given by Q equals to minus K A dt upon dx. So here K is the thermal conductivity which is given, area is the exposed area from where heat transfer is being flowing. Suppose this is a wall and heat transfer is flowing in this direction, then we are going to understand what is the area which we are going to be consider. So this area is the point of consideration here for the heat transfer exposed, right? So but here we are not going to calculate the area, because to calculate area we should have two dimension values, but here only thickness is given, that is L is given as 45 millimeter, but this height is not given. That is why question is asking heat transfer per unit area, that is Q upon A. So we are going to calculate Q upon A according to the values which is already being given in the question, right? So here in the question we have been given all the values, and now we will apply the concept of heat transfer, that is Q equals to minus K A dt upon dx, or minus K A dt means temperature T2 minus temperature T1. This temperature T2 and this one is T1. So T2 minus T1 will be dt here. So temperature T2 is given, temperature T1 is given, and length is also given. So to convert length into SI unit, that is in meter, and this Q upon A is the required output which question is asking, and this Q upon A is also called as heat flux. Here it is called heat flux, that is smaller q. So smaller q may be also calculated as minus q dt upon dx. K is minus of k. K is already given in the question, that is 370 watt per meter degree Celsius, and dt upon dx. dt is T2 minus T1, that is 50 minus 350, and L is 0.045. And on the calculation we can get the values in megawatt per meter square, that is 2.466 megawatt per meter square. So that is one concept which we have applied, which has been given by the Fourier laws of heat conduction, right? Now we will see what is the concept of convection, or the concept given by the Newton's laws of cooling, right? So we are going to understand what is Newton's laws of cooling by heat transfer for the case of convection. So my dear students, here you will have to pay a special attention, because this concept may be somewhat a little higher than what we have studied so far. So in case of heat transfer by convection, what happens? Suppose we have a wall like this, which is maintained at some temperature. This is of some temperature, suppose T1, and if there is some fluid which is flowing past over over this plate, what will happen? Suppose this fluid is of temperature different. let us assume it as T2. What will happen? If there is a temperature difference between T2 and T1, heat transfer will flow. But my dear students, here heat transfer will flow not by conduction but by convection. Why? Because we have seen already that for a heat transfer to take conduction into the convection heat transfer, there should be one solid layer and another one should be a fluid, or that is a liquid layer. That may be air that is flowing past the surface, or that may be some fluid, oil or a liquid. So in that case, the heat transfer will take place by convection. So suppose this temperature is of surface temperature, and fluid which is flowing past over the flat plate is called as the temperature Tf. In that case, what will be the total heat transfer by the convection? So the rate of equation for the convective heat transfer, regardless of particular nature, between a surface and an adjacent fluid is prescribed by Newton's laws of cooling. So, as we have seen in case of conduction, Fourier laws of heat conduction has been given, but in case of convection, Newton's laws of convection is important, because Newton's laws of heat convection has been given or proposed for the plate and a fluid material, right? So in case of convection, what will happen? Heat transfer will be equal to H A delta T. H A delta T. What is H? H is called as film heat transfer coefficient. Film heat transfer coefficient, or directly heat transfer coefficient. You can also call it as heat transfer coefficient, right? So it is called, H is film heat transfer coefficient or heat transfer coefficient. What is area? This area is the surface area through which heat has been exposed, or heat transfer taking place. Right? And delta T is the temperature difference between the surface and the fluid which is flowing past over this fluid. Suppose this fluid is of temperature Tf, and this temperature of this wall is T1 or T surface. Then this temperature difference will be called as Ts minus Tf. This is the temperature difference which is responsible for the heat transfer in case of convection. So heat transfer will be proposed by Q equals to H A delta T, which has been given by the Newton's laws of cooling, where Q is the rate of conduction or heat transfer, A is the area exposed to the heat transfer, Ts is the surface temperature, Tf is the fluid temperature, H is the coefficient of convection, and here the unit of H is considered as watt per meter square degree Celsius or watt per meter square Kelvin. But thermal conductivity unit is watt per meter degree Celsius or watt per meter Kelvin. So do not confused in the units of K and H. H is watt per meter square degree Celsius or Kelvin, and K is watt per meter degree Celsius or watt per meter Kelvin. So you do not have to differentiate between the H and K while you are taking consideration by the units, right? So we have seen what is the heat transfer in case of conduction and what is the heat transfer in case of convection. That is H A delta T. H is the heat transfer coefficient. A is the surface area or exposed area through which heat is being exposed. Ts is the surface area over which or flowing past the fluid, and Tf is the fluid which is being flowing over the flat plate or whatever kind of the surfaces, right? So now we will see the concept of heat transfer in case of what should be the characteristic and properties of the fluid and what will be the temperatures. So here suppose there is a physical configuration where we can see that it is a plate or it is a flat plate where the, this is the surface and temperature of the surface is, let's assume, Ts, and it is a fluid which is flowing past the this surface, right? And surface temperature is Ts and fluid temperature, let's suppose Tf, and this Tf or fluid is being flowing over the flat plate or plate. What will happen? There will be a heat transfer because of the temperature difference from the surface towards the fluid. Why it is so? Because the temperature of the surface has been considered as higher than the temperature of the fluid which is flowing past the surface, and this fluid is called as the free stream. So if any free stream is flowing past the surface which temperature is higher than temperature due to the temperature difference, heat transfer will take place from the surface towards the free stream or fluid, right? And what will be the phenomena here? So the value of H, that is, as we have seen that heat transfer which has been given by the Newton's laws of cooling, Q is equal to H A delta T, that is Ts minus Tf, and in case of heat transfer by convection, what are the parameters upon which this heat transfer coefficient H depends? So these will be a thermodynamic and transport properties. H is the thermodynamics and transport property which depends largely on viscosity, density and specific heat. So here it is viscosity, density and specific heat upon which this H is going to be considered or depending, right? And the nature of the fluid flow. What is the nature of the fluid flow upon which also this H is going to depend, and the geometry of the surface. Which surface? This plate surface upon which the fluid is being flowing, and the prevailing thermal condition, means what is the temperature of surface, what is the temperature of fluid. Upon this also the fluid which is being flowing over is depending, or heat transfer coefficient is depending, right? So H depends upon several factors. It is difficult to frame a single equation to satisfy all the variations. However, by dimensional analysis, an equation for the purpose of can be obtained. So, in case of heat transfer by convection, what analysis or inferences we can generate is, as we have seen already in case of conduction, that Q is equal to minus K A dt upon dx, or also it can be written as minus K A delta t upon dx, or L. Suppose it is L length, dx is L. So it can also be written as delta t upon L upon Ka in case of magnitude, because it is going to be positive, as dt upon dx is negative and the direction through which it is being flowing is also negative. So overall heat transfer will be positive. So here it is delta t upon L upon Ka, or it is also called as delta T upon R thermal. So here in case of conduction, R thermal is L upon Ka, and in case of convection, what will be the thermal resistance or R thermal? So let's propose this R thermal in case of convection. So in case of convection, we have already seen that Q is equal to H A Ts minus Tf, or this is also called as Ha delta T. It can also be written as delta T upon 1 upon Ha, 1 upon Ha. So suppose you are analyzing this with the analogy of Ohm's law, then it will be delta T upon 1 upon Ha, or 1 upon Ha is called as R thermal. So in case of convective heat transfer, R thermal is 1 upon HA. If you are analyzing this with the analogy of Ohm's law in case of electricity, then what you will get? This will be have exactly same with the equation as well as nature. Then this R thermal can be written like this. So R thermal is 1 upon HA, which already we have derived, that is written here, right? So if temperature difference is from Ts to Tf and heat is flowing as Q from the higher temperature to the lower temperature or from the surface or plate towards the free stream, then heat transfer will take place from this direction to this direction, and in that case the R thermal or thermal resistance may be considered as 1 upon HA, where H is heat transfer coefficient and A is the area which has been exposed for the heat transfer, right? So my dear students, thanks a lot. We have seen about the conduction and convection, right? Thank you.